Thank you. We appreciate that. Angie wrote that song about 2 or 3 weeks ago. We're getting ready to put that on a CD, we hope. Lord willing, we're going to try to, we've got that, and she's got another brand new song she's wrote. We're going to try to put both of those on this project. We've got one that we do. I hope this song touches your heart. We go to a lot of homecomings, and this is one that they always request. It's called Family Chain.
My closest friends have left for heaven. They are resting now, I know. Someday they'll live with Christ forever. There they never shall grow old. The family chain has now been broken. The missing links are safe, I know. I pray they'll all be joined together in that city built of gold. Daddy was the first to leave us, and it grieved my mother's soul. Right away, she had to join him. They are happy now, I know. My days on earth will soon be ending, for I can see the setting sun. The broken links will come together, reuniting one by one. The family chain has now been broken. The missing links are safe, I know. I pray we'll all be joined together in that city built of gold. Yes, in that city built of gold. I'd like to share with you for just a few minutes, if I can. My grandfather lived to be 96 years old, and he and my grandmother had been married over 70 years when he passed away. And my grandmother always said that he needed her to take care of him, and he always said that she needed him to take care of her. But my grandmother passed away within 6 months of my grandfather's passing, and they really needed each other. And when one of them was gone, the other had no purpose to be here anymore. And that song is very special to me, and I hope it was a blessing to you.
Thank you. That was really good. Y'all pray for us. You know, I guess it's kind of strange to see somebody shed a tear, but that's just the way we are. We just have to go the way the Lord leads us, and y'all pray for us.
Hey everyone, George here. Hope you're all doing okay. I'm here in Sevierville, Tennessee. I'm heading to the, right now it's kind of like the memorial for Dolly Parton. And if you guys haven't heard the news that Dolly Parton today, August 25th, passed away, and I haven't heard any of the news, or I haven't watched any of the news or anything, but right now I'm heading to the courthouse, and I'll show you the memorial that started right now over here. Let me turn the camera around. Now this is the Sevier County Courthouse, and oh my goodness, this is the people that have showed up, and her statue is here in Sevierville, and it's sorry, a little overwhelming for me a little bit. And this is her statue in the distance there. And as you can see, there's a lot of people right here, a lot of news media. I want to try to get as close as I can here. This is it's very emotional for me because I was here, lived in Sevier County for a lot of years, and I moved to Maryville, which is about 30 miles away, and that's where I was at today when a good friend, I was over visiting some good friends, and they texted me and said that Dolly had passed away, and I just, golly, my heart just fell. So I'm going to try to get over here as close as I can, and as you can see, there's people bringing flowers over here. Here. That's her statue. It's been here for many years, and you can see the people that's gathered here. I'm going to try to get around a little bit. I wasn't even sure if I was going to make it here. I didn't know what to do, but there's her. Let me get a little closer look there. That's her statue. I mean, I don't even know where you would begin to tell how great Dolly Parton, her wife, but what she did. Amazing, amazing woman. She did so much for Sevier County here. She did so much for people all around the world. As you can see, there's people who brought flowers. And this is just the start of it. I'm sure tomorrow will be just absolutely crazy. I believe tomorrow is going to be the remembrance of her. There's the mayor of Sevier County. And you may hear it in the background. They're playing Dolly's music. I can see a lot of people that's tearing up. And I just saw her not too long ago on the video the other day, and she was talking about her health. And I know it hurt her not to be able to come to Dollywood because they had opened a new ride at Dollywood this year, and she was wanting to be here to, to recognize the new ride and to be there with her fans. And that's the way Dolly was always like that. She always wanted to be with her fans. She loved everybody that she came in contact with, and she always did everything she could to make everybody happy with the things she do. And her music is just unbelievable. Her music and her life here. I'm gonna try to get a little closer here for her statue. So. But if you, if you're watching this from, I don't know, Texas, California, or wherever, and you don't really understand the impact of what she did and how she meant, or what she meant here in Superior County, I understand that, but I can tell you, if you were a fan of Dolly, you knew it didn't matter where you was at. She was always the top-notch person, a golden person, the best attitude, always had a positive attitude. Her music was just, you couldn't, I can't even tell you how great her music was. But she has made a big impact with so many people across the world. You can see the sign, somebody made a sign that says "Fly High Dolly."
Sitting on the front porch on a summer afternoon, in a straight back chair on two legs, leaned against the wall. Watched the kids a-playing with June bugs on a string, and chased the glowing fireflies when evening shadows fall. In my Tennessee mountain home, life is as peaceful as a baby's sigh. In my Tennessee mountain home, crickets sing in the fields nearby. Honeysuckle vine clings to the fence along the lane. Their fragrance makes the summer wind so sweet. And on a distant hilltop, an eagle spreads its wings, and a songbird on a fence post sings a melody. In my Tennessee mountain home, life is as peaceful as a baby's sigh. In my Tennessee mountain home, crickets sing in the fields nearby. Walking home from church on Sunday with the one you love, just laughing, talking, making future plans. And when the folks ain't looking, you might steal a kiss or two, sitting in the porch swing, holding hands. In my Tennessee mountain home, life is as peaceful as a baby's sigh. In my Tennessee mountain home, crickets sing in the fields nearby.
a day the world will never forget, the day that we lost Dolly Parton. When we think about it, has she never been a part? She's always been a part of our life, always. She started singing early, and the first thing I remember about her was a jukebox in Atlanta where I could play Dumb Blonde for 5 cents. Never forget those days. It was crazy how her music just broke on the scene. It broke on the scene because God had a very perfect plan for her. And when I think about her plan, I was thinking about this yesterday. She took care of her husband until the end. She was able, she was healthy, she was able to take care of Carl Dean until the end of their 60-year marriage. And then the Lord had a plan. He gave her some time. She got things in order. She was working again. She was writing more music. She did a beautiful tribute to him. And we're going to share that with y'all in just a little bit. But then the Lord called her home. She didn't have to suffer a long time. She didn't have dementia. She didn't have to worry about who would take care of her, who would do what. Do you know what that woman did for the world? Not just for Sevierville, Tennessee, but for the world. She brought greatness. She brought the Imagination Library. She did so much for so many. And so today we are going to play a little bit more of her music. We're going to do a tribute to her. And I hope that every single one of you sitting at home and thinking, oh, taking care of my husband with dementia has been a burden. No, it's been God's perfect plan. We are so fortunate that His plan is perfect. And today I want to ask each of you out there to pray for a very, very special family. I love this family. I love their preciousness. They're so sweet and such good neighbors. Today, sadly, they have lost a grandchild. This was an angel baby that has gone to be with the Lord, and they will be struggling with this. But we want to pray for them and pray that they all get through this, because those angel babies will be waiting on us in heaven. And it's just like when Dolly Parton got to heaven, Carl Dean was saying, where you been? Where you been? And when I look at Dolly, I remember the bling, I remember the hair, I remember the music. I remember the songs that touched every single woman. We all were affected by her music, but nobody was any more affected than the song that we're going to end with today. And we'll talk a little bit about that story. But I want to share something with y'all. Yesterday, I took the time off to enjoy a wonderful meal in Ellijay with 2 dear friends. And it was really crazy because when we got there, we are going to get one of these restaurants in Ball Ground, and I'm so super excited. Their food was amazing. Now, this is a combination of some things that I swear I believe I could have drank this off the saucer, but you dip your bread in it. And I'm sitting there dipping the bread, and I thought, I don't even need to order. I could just sit there and live on this bread. This is the Butcher and Bottle up here in Ellijay, and I took time to sit down and enjoy a complete meal with friends, which I haven't done in a while. I've been rushing here, rushing there, working here, working there, and I just said, hey, let's try this place out. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And the meatballs, the grits, the shrimp, everything was amazing. And the charcoal burger, because that burger has that crispy flavor of the charcoal. Oh my gosh, and that shrimp, let me tell you something, that was amazing. And that little garnish on the side, I liked the garnish on the side as much as I liked the shrimp, and I absolutely love the shrimp. So we shared all these things because we wanted to get an opportunity to just taste some of this stuff, and we thought, okay, let's see what our favorites are. We liked them all. We couldn't decide what we liked the most. So, you know, we don't know what time we have left on this earth. Why don't we celebrate life while we're here? Why don't we take time to have dinner with friends? Why don't we just pause and enjoy something that we really, really love? And what I really, really loved was everything this place had. It was crazy good. And I was so lucky because we got there early, and she said, do you have reservations? And I said, no. And she said, let me make sure we can fit you in. And they did, and I was so thankful, and so very, very thankful. But by the time we left there, the place was packed, and we were lucky to have gotten a seat, had great service, great food, and cannot wait till they open one in Ball Ground. And it's going to be really, really exciting. right downtown on the main drag in a beautiful, beautiful historical building that is being restored to its glory. It's very, very exciting to see something very, very nice coming to Ball Ground, Georgia, and we're excited. We already have pizza, we already have Mexican food, we already have burgers, we already have a variety of things, but you get tired eating the same thing. So this is going to be amazing to have a really great variety with all the restaurants and everybody joining together to be the best that they can possibly be. And I'm going to tell you something, what we had yesterday was the best that I could possibly imagine. It was all good, and we would take turns and take a bite of this, a bite of that, and enjoyed a great variety. And oh my gosh, a special occasion. Make today a special occasion. Make today the day that you celebrate life, because none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. When Dolly Parton got the diagnosis of cancer, she didn't know how long she was going to be here. She didn't know how much time she would have, but she made the most of every minute. And as she lived her life, she made the most of every minute doing well for others. She provided more jobs and more opportunity for the people of Sevierville, Tennessee, and truly around the world. But again, visit the Butcher and Bottle Steak, Seafood, and Spirits. And you know, I don't drink, although I had been accused of boozing and smoozing people, and I just cracked up laughing because I said, I don't drink, and the people I run around with usually don't drink, but I just laughed because I said the most boozing I'm ever going to do is unsweet tea. So yeah, it was funny. All right, that was a piece of cheesecake that was devoured. And I heard tell it was excellent. I did not sample that one, but he said, wow, it was excellent. And pretty good stuff, and it's just around the corner. They're only open in the afternoons. They're not open for lunch, I think, except on Sunday. And that little piece of pleasure, I did taste that. Oh my gosh, it was good. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember what it was called. I don't care what its name was. It was yummy. It was so good. I only had one bite, but that one bite was like, oh, just a little piece of heaven on earth. So wonderful, wonderful food. And again, open your doors and say welcome to your small towns. When a new business comes in, say, hey, we're glad you joined us. It's not competition, it's just adding variety to the small cities that we serve. From Ball Ground to Turtletown, from Blue Ridge. You know, when Blue Ridge to Ball Ground seems like a long, long way, it's only 50 miles. But we have such a great variety of places to dine now, and I love that everybody's bringing different varieties because you get tired of the same old stuff. So exciting, exciting times in these mountains. Now let's talk a little bit about the mountains. When we think about Dolly, we think about the life she lived, and I chose this painting behind me that my mother did. It was actually a replica of where my mother lived in Dawson County as a child. And she said, I don't ever want to be poor again. I don't ever want to live in the poverty that we lived in. Dolly lived in that poverty. And Dolly grew to become very, very wealthy, but she was wealthy in doing for others. And I think that's the thing that sets her apart. You know, she took the money she made and she started the Imagination Library. And you think about the children who had never received a new book. She made sure that the mail every single month went out with a new book, a new book, a new book, a new book, all over the world. Imagination Library has been absolutely amazing. And it will still happen because I guarantee you this beautiful lady set up things to be there after she's gone. Now, I had a t-shirt that I used to wear all the time, and the guys would tease me about it because it says it takes a lot of money to look this cheap. And that was her favorite line. She loved it, and it was hot pink and black, so I wore hot pink and black today in honor of her, oh my gosh, her talent, her joy, her doing well and doing well for others. That's what life should be about. We should be giving back. We should be doing for others, and we should be like Dolly. Let's be like Dolly. Let's everybody try to do something, whether it's volunteer at a thrift store, volunteer at a neighborhood nursing home. You could do that. There's so many things that you could do. If you know how to sing and you could go to the nursing home and provide music for the folks, that would be wonderful. There's so many things that don't cost us any money that we could do, but thank goodness Dolly was blessed with enough money that she made a difference in Sevierville, Tennessee. when we think about the jobs that that lady created, oh my gosh, for years and years and years, those jobs will still be there. And it's because she had a vision and she didn't let anything stop her. And if you haven't watched the movie about her life, I think it's on YouTube now, you can watch that. It is one of those, and the lady who played the part of Dolly and the lady who played her mom, absolutely perfect. It is a great, great movie, so check that out. We're going to share, you know, when we look at the things that happen in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Pigeon Forge, I kind of think about it a little bit like Dawson County, Georgia. Very rural, not many jobs, not much going on. But the people were good, good people. Those mountain folk here in Gilmer County, they're good, good people. Fannin County, they're good people. There's something about mountain folk that just make us different. And Bill Senior talked me into going to Dollywood. I'd never been there, and we went, and we ended up doing 5 Heart of the Homes up there, and we're going to share one with you now. This is one that Melton Campbell and his son Levi helped with, and it was called Sweet Tart Dessert. And it was something that I came up with because I said every good Southern woman is going to have company one day that's unexpected. So you keep crescent rolls in the refrigerator and you create desserts from it. And we're going to do that right now. We're going to share that. And this is coming to you from Dollywood.
Hi, I'm Sherry Martin. I'm still in Pigeon Forge. I'm still smiling, and my guest Melton Campbell is back with me tonight, and we're going to share a sweet tart recipe. This didn't have a name when we got here, and we gave it one, didn't we? I'm sweet, you're tart. Here we go. The ingredients for this recipe are 2 packs of crescent rolls, 3 Granny Smith apples, cinnamon and sugar to taste, butter, cream cheese, and we're using the whipped cream cheese, and canned vanilla icing. Simple, simple, easy to assemble. Now Melton has already peeled the apples for me, and you're going to be grating these, and you grate them very fine because this doesn't have much time to cook before the crust is done. So we want the apples fine. Right. And you're going to grate those without cutting yourself on the grater?
I'll do my
Is that
best.
the deal? Okay, there we go.
No blood flying.
No. No injuries. We are grating this fine because this does cook quick. The crescent rolls cook fast. We're going to cook them at 340, so they do cook fast, and it just gives the cream cheese and the apples time to blend, and it's a little bit crunchy when it comes out. They're not always cooked together. It's just a little bit crunchy.
I can see where you could take a finger.
You could, absolutely. You have to be careful with this. I've had this grater a long time and I use it pretty often, but you do have to be careful. We're going to create our bottom crust by just using a can of crescent rolls. And I said, I believe I've made this thing so many ways we could enter a Pillsbury cook-off. This is a great way to use crescent rolls. You just roll them out and create your crust. You mash the seams together so that it doesn't split while it's cooking. And we're just going to cover this in cream cheese. And you're going to sprinkle it with the apples that you've already done. And I'm going to put the cinnamon and sugar. Remember, I'm the sweet part of this recipe, and you're the tart. That's right. That's right. This could stand to be a little bit softer. I should have gotten it out of the fridge a little bit sooner. But it's going to be just fine. And I promise this will be hot and bubbly quickly. That's the thing. That's why we had to get the recipe for the apples. Has to be the consistency you need. Now, go ahead and sprinkle some apples on top of this. I'm going to dollop a little bit of butter on there with your apples. Not very much, because we don't need much butter. We've got the cream cheese. Looks good. Now, cinnamon and sugar.
There's the sweet.
There's the sweet. Here's the sweet.
Oh, wait a minute.
There's the sweet. Okay, cinnamon and sugar to taste. We're going to put a topping on there. You create your top crust. And this is so good and so simple. Okay, we're going to stick this in the oven at 340 for about 12 minutes. There you go. There's your job. Hot out of the oven, smells great. We're going to add a little icing to this, and we've been joined by Levi Campbell, Melton's son, who's going to sample this for us.
Oh, he likes to
wow, that smells so good, doesn't it, Levi?
Good?
Mm.
Oh, that smells good.
All right, now we're going to cut this with a pizza cutter. I found doing this, I cut it in little squares. And to be quite honest with you, serve it several times a week, take it to the office. But remember, we're traveling. And this was such an easy recipe. You can travel with these ingredients. We always bring a cooler. We always buy what's on sale. And try not to eat out much. We just kind of cook us a little something here in the cabin. And this, does that look good? Time to take a bite. See if you like this. Quick and easy. Good? Very good. Levi says it's a winner. We'll be back, guys. Bye-bye.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time. And delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
If you or your business are looking for local advertising opportunities, we have sponsorships available for new programming coming soon on ETC3. Contact us at 706-697-5591.
See us anytime you can.
ETC is connected to our community. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections and fast, reliable internet. Visit etcnow.com today.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
I'll bet they're singing in heaven tonight, 'cause Jesus just called to find one home. I gave my mom a temporary farewell today. I held her hand and watched her fade away. to be with our sweet Jesus and live forevermore. Mommy went the way she always wanted to go, from here to there in just a moment's glow. She didn't have to suffer, she just drifted off to sleep into the arms of Jesus, forevermore to keep. And I'll bet they're singing in heaven tonight. They're gathered in join hand in hand. I know the angels are filled with delight, 'cause they've got my little mommy in the band. If there's someone with trouble singing sweet harmony, she'll help them on the part just the way she used to me. And if someone needs a friend just to sit and talk with them, she'll answer every call, even if it's 3 a.m. Yes, I'll bet they're singing in heaven tonight. They're gathered in on heaven's shining shore. I know the angels are filled with delight, and Mom won't be alone anymore. I'll bet they're singing in heaven tonight, 'cause Jesus just called to find one home. Yeah, Jesus sure called to find one home.
Misty mountain, rainbow sky, a faraway look in your eye. Tell me, have you had enough? Traffic jams and city stuff. Don't you think it's time to go where black bears climb and waters flow? Hummingbirds out on the deck, propped up, and what the heck? You'll love how we live here in these mountains. Everything is gonna be alright, and we all wave hello here in these mountains. it's alright. The mountain life. Load 'em up and head this way to the bright red Georgia clay. From Notley down to Carter's Lake, all the memories to make. So much here for all to see, a land that is so dear to me. Welcome home to all your dreams, hot rod Fords and crystal streams. Now you'll love how we live here in these mountains. Everything is gonna be alright. We all wave hello here in these mountains. Life is good, we sleep well at night, and it's alright. The mountain life, it's alright. The mountain life. Y'all come by and see us anytime you can.
As we celebrate the life and the legacy of Dolly Parton, we have to look at other entertainers who learned from her, who took a simple story from their lifestyle like Jesus Called, like the mountain life, and they wrote a song that touches many, many people. And that's what music is about. It's about touching your heart. It's about getting you through a bad day. I've watched over and over and over the night that we had the celebration for Hans Rufert down in Jasper, and we had it ended, a surprise ending, with Martha Gibson as she sang Far Away. There are so many songs that have touched our hearts, touched our lives, and at the moment we weren't sure exactly why the people who wrote that song were put in the position to do it, but then we see it touched so many lives. Now, after Dolly's husband passed away, she released a song that she had written about him, and I think it is so appropriate to share this song today, because Dolly Parton would not have been Dolly Parton had Carl Dean not have been Carl Dean, because he had that personality that made it possible for his wife to live and to do the things that she loved. And to be, she was like a bright and shining star for the whole world, not just for Tennessee, not just for the mountains, but for the whole world. And he allowed her to do that because he was that respectful, kind, amazing miracle that God brought into her life one day. And she said it had to be God, because he stopped on the street and talked to her. And he said that was very unlike himself, and something just told him to do it. Well, we know that every once in a while, God will whisper that little whisper in your ear, and you know that it's time to move on something. So here we go with a song that Dolly wrote, and it touches many, many hearts. If he hadn't been there, she wouldn't be who she was, where she was, doing what she loved. So here we go.
If you hadn't been there, where would I be? Without your trust, love and belief, the ups and downs we've always shared, and I wouldn't be here if you hadn't been there. If you hadn't been you, well, who would I be? You the best in me. Your loving arms have cradled me. You've held me close, and I believe I wouldn't be here if you hadn't been there, holding my hand, showing you care. You made me dream more than I did, and I wouldn't be here if you hadn't been there. Oh, you are my rock, a soft place to land, my wings, my confidence. You understand your willingness beyond compare. No, I wouldn't be here if you hadn't been there. I wouldn't be here if you hadn't been there, pushing me on when I was scared. I thank God and you, oh, for your loving care and for giving me love with more to spare. You made me climb and top the stairs. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here if you hadn't been there. Oh, I wouldn't be here if you hadn't been there.
Look at the world today. What if we had not had Dolly Parton? What if we had not had her giggles, her joy, her laughter, her beautiful, beautiful music? What if the world had missed out on having Dolly Parton? Yeah, today the world has been shaken because they are making arrangements for her final goodbye. It's got to be so hard for so many because it's like, I remember the day that Elvis died, I cried for weeks and weeks and weeks. And you know, we look back at the music. The music often got us through some very, very sad times, and the music often made us who we were today. I just got a notice that thankfully, so many parents have been suing all of the different situations where people have been bullied online, they have been talked down to online. A lot of things have been caused to cause your children become addicted to being online, and now a huge billions of dollars, a settlement is in place. And parents will be, I hate to say the word rewarded, but they will be given back. Maybe they can start a scholarship program for their children who lost their lives. Many children committed suicide because of things that they read or heard or saw online. If you're an online bully, then shame on you. If you're an online manipulator, like many of the avenues are created to manipulate your lives, to addict you to being online. And I try to stick to being online, to keep in touch with y'all, to say something positive, to try to be uplifting, to try to make the day better for you. And I hope that today we can each make the day better for all of us. There's a Bible verse that says, I will not be shaken. Well, the world shook us yesterday when we saw Dolly Parton was just a human. She was just a person. She went to be with Jesus, but she was a big part of the goodness of the world. So today, as you begin your day, as you end your day, think about a good thought. If you're going to post something on Facebook or on X or on wherever you post, Why don't you post something kind and positive instead of all the negativity and all the nasty? There's a group of people, and we call them the Dirty 30, and if you look at certain sites, you'll see like anywhere from 10 to 20 and sometimes 30 people that will get involved in just nastiness. What's the point in it? What are you doing? You're not bringing good to the world. The world has been shaken, but the world can correct itself today as we look at the billions of dollars that will be paid out by websites and pages, including, sadly, even Facebook, because many people have been harmed because of things that were said on the internet. So maybe it's time that you be a lot like Dolly, and you be sweet, and you be kind, and you give back. It doesn't cost you anything to give back goodness, and you can give back goodness every single day of your life. We're going to end today with a song that Dolly Parton wrote. She was 19 years old. She had the opportunity. Colonel Parker reached out to her and said, oh, Elvis wants this song. Elvis wants this song. We want this song for Elvis. We'll buy this song. But we want to say that Elvis co-wrote it. And she said, absolutely not. Elvis didn't write this song. I did. You know this song well. You've heard this song many, many times. She held this song in her library. And at a point in time, you heard it in an amazing movie. And we're going to share today as we leave and as we remember the goodness, the glamour, the glory, and the kindness of Dolly Parton. She has gone to be with the Lord, and it was in His perfect plan. She lost her husband after she took care of him day in and day out, and then she had time to settle her affairs and get back to life, and then the Lord brought her what would end her life, which was cancer. And we've all faced it. We've all seen our families face it. But we know that God's plan is perfect, and Dolly is there today, and I can just see she and Carl Dean saying, oh, I've missed you so much. We've all missed somebody. We've all lost and loved somebody. Listen to this song, because you will reflect on it over and over again. Dolly, we loved you.
If I should stay, I would only be in your way, so I'll go. But I know I'll think of you each step of the way. Bittersweet memories, that's all I am taking with me. Goodbye, please don't cry. We both know that I'm not what you need. Treat you kind, and I hope that you have all that you ever dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness. But above all of this, I wish you love. Sitting on the front porch on a summer afternoon, in a straight back chair on two legs, leaned against the wall. Watch the kids a-playing with June bugs on a string, and chase the glowing fireflies when evening shadows fall. In my Tennessee mountain home, life is as peaceful as a baby's sigh. In my Tennessee mountain home, crickets sing in the fields nearby. Honeysuckle vine clings to the fence along the lane. Their fragrance makes the summer wind so sweet. And on a distant hilltop, an eagle spreads its wings, and a songbird on a fence post sings a melody. In my Tennessee mountain home, life is as peaceful as a baby's sigh. In my Tennessee mountain home, crickets sing in the fields nearby. Walking home from church on Sunday with the one you love, just laughing, talking, making future plans. And when the folks ain't looking, you might steal a kiss or two, sitting in the porch swing, holding hands. In